So please give your impressions about the market in US, retail market.
Well, it's interesting. We've had a rough few years, obviously. I think now consumers are excited to shop again. They're still a little price conscious, but they're looking for that experience in the store. And retailers, again, are using the word prototype and rollout. We haven't heard rollout in a few years, and we're seeing more of that. A lot of renovations happening right now. I think it's time. It was time for a lot of store growth, a lot of renewal, and the shoppers are coming back. Now, the headlines still read that they're tentative and the numbers aren't quite as high as they'd like to be, but they're in the stores. As someone who walks stores often, they're more in the stores now than we've seen, and it's an exciting time for retail, I think.
And about the shopper, the consumer, it was very important and difficult times for retailers that time, since 2008 with the recession.
Yeah.
The recovering of the market will not be the same. And what do you think that is very important to connect with technology, for example, to enchant or recover the growth of the market?
Well, the consumer, I think, is fundamentally changed after what happened with the crisis. Everyone thinks about shopping in a different way than they did before. Obviously, there are the things that you go to shop for every week because you need to feed your family and clothe your family and bathe your family. So maybe that luxury purchase for the middle American or the middle average consumer might still be something that doesn't happen as often as they would like. But now there's this, the divide is back, if you will, where the luxury consumer has no problem being a luxury consumer again. For a while they were, I don't know, Tiffany was giving out bags without the brand logo on them because people were ashamed to be making luxurious purchases when they knew so many people were suffering, and that's ended for sure. The luxury consumer is ready to spend again, so they're bringing the market back up as well. And the middle American, while some are still struggling, many are back on their feet again. The housing market has come up. My family actually just sold a house in less than 24 hours, so we're seeing the change there. And as the money from the housing market starts to come back into the consumer's wallet, they feel more confident with their spending again. You mentioned technology. Technology has completely changed the landscape of retail, right? 1 out of 3 shoppers that walks into a retail store now in the United States has not just a cell phone, but a smartphone that can actually, it's a functioning cash register inside their hand, inside their pocket when they walk in the store. So retailer also always has to be cognizant that that shopper is smarter than them to a degree, because they can research in the store, they can buy from the competitor right there in your store. So if you don't take that moment to capture their attention and make the experience worthwhile, they have every right to go elsewhere.
You can say that we had an inflection point in the perception of what is important and relevant.
Agreed. We did a lot of clearing the clutter and editing the stores to make sure everything that was in the store was there for a reason. I mean, we've always said design for design's sake is not effective in retail. Retail has to have a function and a purpose to sell merchandise, and the longer you keep the customer in the store and the more exciting you make the experience, the more apt they are to make a purchase. So it's up to the retailer to make that experience happen.
On the other hand, here in Brazil, we have a millionaire each 27 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? I wasn't aware of that.
The luxury market that you mentioned in the US, we are in the mirror of that here.
Yeah, yeah. Although I find it interesting walking through the malls here in Brazil that even the luxury brands show their prices in the windows.
Yes.
Which is such an odd thing compared to the U.S. market. It's a very different thing where the price is something you have to ask because they don't want it to be exposed too often, too early.
You know something? In Brazil also, we have the credit for purchase in luxury goods, which doesn't happen all over.
Right. Yeah, there are a lot of similarities and a lot of differences, of course, from market to market, but it's always interesting. It's always a learning curve, right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.